Whatever. Welcome to the hotel room chats. I literally had an entire breakdown in the Safeway. Okay, I couldn't figure out how to use the money on my EBT card. No, I got a food snap card, which has been the worst experience from hell. I mean, firstly, I'm like standing in the line to get the card, right? And then it was just so sad. There was like this, she wasn't a Karen, but it was like a white woman in line, a young white woman with this like biracial child. She was like in line for the snaps, and it was just so sad. It was just like, wow. I'm telling you, you give a nigger a chance, he'll ruin your whole life. I saw like her dreams just fading as she waited in the line. That was awful. And then like they loaded the money on my card, but they didn't like, they approved the money or something, but then they didn't put the money on the card, so I had to go get another card, and then I had to get out like a food snap phone. It was just, I was not built for this. The whole time too, as I'm thinking about it, I was just like sure, you know, like before I wasn't sure, but now I'm sure. Also, we've got Taco Bell tonight. This is why it's like so dangerous for Black women to have children. Like, I mean, especially having children in America, I would not recommend. Like, in every way, just would not recommend. It is way too dangerous. Like, then I'm like sitting in the subway, right? I'm sitting in the McDonald's. This is after I handle all the shit that I had going on today. And like, I'm gonna get some nuggets. So I'm trying to log on to the Wi-Fi in the McDonald's. Now, for some reason, my phone does not read the Wi-Fi. So I go up to the woman at the counter and I'm like, hey, what's going on with the Wi-Fi? I can't get on. And she's like, no, we don't have Wi-Fi. And I was like, McDonald's definitely has free Wi-Fi. I was on it yesterday. And she was like, no, we don't have it. This is an employee at the McDonald's, like some Mexican bitch. And I'm just like, I know we have Wi-Fi at the fucking McDonald's, bitch. I was on it yesterday. So then I had these like boots. So Ohm gave me like these really expensive boots, and I left them at the Airbnb, so I had to take the bus back to the Airbnb to get them. So now I have my boots, and I sit them on a table, and the table was like completely dirty, so I asked one of the ladies to come over and clean it, and so she does. And then I set my boots on the table, and then I was trying to figure out how to get on the Wi-Fi so I could order from the app, but that didn't work. I couldn't get on. Anyway, so one of the women, I guess, she was like offended that I put the sneakers on the table. And there was a guy, this like loser black dusty, he was like sitting behind me, and he's like, you don't respect yourself. And I was like, what? And he's all like, you don't respect yourself because I have my boots on the table? Now I'm sitting here thinking like, no, nigger, I don't respect you for fucking talking to me. I've had the worst day ever. Like, leave me and my fucking work boots alone. You know, and he's just like, you don't respect yourself. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And he's like, you don't respect yourself. And he just blabbered on and on. And I'm thinking like, of all the shit that I went today, he has nothing positive to say to me. And you're like, we want to start an argument. And here's another thing. This is when I like really noticed. I'm like, Black men, I'm sorry. Y'all are just not shit. Like, you're just not doing it right now. Like, maybe there's like some bitch in the world who really sees you as like something beyond a death trap, but I'm sorry, like I'm just so past it that I can't even begin to explain. Like, it's just like, why? My day's already going like super awful. Like, why do you feel the need to bring me down even more? I'm trying to make it happen. I just, ooh. So then, you know, I'm arguing with him, he's arguing with me, because I'm not going to shut the fuck up. I'm like, he's like, this argument is over. I'm like, no, it's not over. Like, why are you even talking to me? Like, I don't know, you're a fucking stranger. Like, who just goes out there? Like, I'm telling you, like, one day this is going to be you guys as kids. Your kid is just in McDonald's minding their own business. Some nigger just comes up to just gonna start yelling at her. It's just, I mean, they start yelling. She just starts yelling at me. Like, I didn't say anything to her. I just had my boots on the table. Then the Mexican bitch comes out and talking about, this is a restaurant. No, bitch, this is fucking McDonald's, okay, with the 99-cent menu. McDonald's. This is not a restaurant. McDonald's is not classified as a restaurant. McDonald's barely classifies as a burger joint, okay? It's fucking McDonald's. Like, but I'm telling you, the bitches in the developing world, they don't have sanitary napkins or food, snaps. They don't have anything. They don't have Doritos, taquitos, nothing. They don't have bodega, just fucking nothing, okay? So, to them, McDonald's is a 5-star resort. A 5-star restaurant is what McDonald's clearly is to a Mexican bitch, because she was like, this is so disrespectful. So then the other granny comes out, and she like, the fucking Mexican granny comes out. She was like, I'm calling the police, yeah. And I was like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah. So I called the police. I'm like, hey, there's an employee here who wants to talk to the police. And there, she's like, what's going on? And I was like, the boots are on the table. And she was like, what? And I was like, the boots are on the table. And then she's like, I don't understand. Is something happening in the restaurant? And I was like, the boots are on the table. And she's like, you're not making sense to me. So then I was like, so let me speak to the employee. And I was like, okay. So then I try to hand her the phone, and then she just like runs back into the back or something. And I was like, the police are on the phone. And then she was like, I don't know. We're not here. They're like, I don't know. No, speak English or something. Okay, so then she ends up calling the police, and the police come. So the police like walk in, and I was like, hey, what's up? And they're like, hey, what's up? So then they started talking to her, like, what's going on? They're like, she's over there with her boots on the table. And they were like, I don't understand. And then she's like, she's over there with her boots on the table. And I was like, I'm over here with my boots on the table. And they were like, so why are you calling us? And then, so then like little Miss Bitch comes out, and she was like, her boots are on the table. And I was like, my boots are on the table. And then the police officers were like, I don't understand why y'all are calling us. We cannot help you here. Like, this is not a reason to call the police. And so then the police officers, like, because I've already met these police officers from, like, back when all the other crimes happened, the mail thief, the crack junkie, all the other shit, right? So then they're like, oh, I know you. I'm like, yeah, it's me again. So then they're like, yeah, I mean, if you want to leave your boots on the table, you can. If you want to put your boots off the table, you can. I mean, it's really up to you what you want to do. Just, finish your meal and be about your day. And I'm like, all right. So then, like, she was just so mad. She was just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. What did they think you get arrested for when your boots are on the table? Like, I didn't understand. It was, like, very confusing. I was like, I don't know what she thought was going to happen. Like, I was going to take my boots off the table? No. Like, it's McDonald's. You can do what the fuck you want to. They literally serve crackheads all day in McDonald's. And they never, like, call for that. There was, like, a crackhead behind me as I was filming. I'll just put the footage up. But, yeah, there's a cracky right behind me. He was, like, talking to himself and pissing. So, like, this was what was happening in the McDonald's. But my boots on the table, across the whole line. She was like, this is a restaurant. No, bitch, this is McDonald's. Like, dear niggers, train your Mexican whores to, like, understand the difference between a restaurant and McDonald's. McDonald's is not a restaurant. Okay, thanks. So then, what else happened? Just fucking everything. Then I couldn't get the food snap card to work in the Safeway, which was awful. God. So then I'm, like, calling my mom on the phone. I was like, send me some money! It's like, this dude in the Safeway, he's just like rolling. It was kind of funny. It was funny, but whatever. That's what happened, y'all. It was a struggle. My struggle was real. I'm gonna drink and find something to watch on Hulu because it was a long night. I don't know. It was a lot.